This week on Shop Talk, we'll feature Makati Shangri-La's Food and Wine Festival that showcases the best of South Africa. And we'll tell you more about the curriculum of the Talent School for Academics and the Arts. Plus, we'll show you the amplifiers made by Loud Bastard. We'll also tell you about the summer workshops offered by the UP Film Institute. And finally, we'll get a taste of Vietnamese dishes, care of Sin Chow. So stay tuned for the next hour. I'm Tanjuatco-Trillo. Shangri-La will have a week-long celebration that will showcase South African cuisine. The culinary fair, which will start on Monday, will be held at the hotel's 4 dining venues. Now, here to tell us more about the event is Makati Shangri-La's Executive Assistant Manager for Food and Beverage, Golden Whitehead. Hello, Golden. Welcome to the show.
Maria.
Good to have you here. Okay, this is the first time that the hotel is actually doing or featuring and highlighting South African cuisine, right?
It is the first time. Ria, we do a lot of promotions from all over the country with all our sister hotels. But this is the first time we decided to feature a massive South African promotion, and we're very proud to be associated with the South African Embassy and, of course, Ambassador Agnes Pitso.
Okay, so you yourself are South African, so I think you had a lot to do with arranging this, yes?
Of course. You know, as I said, you know, very passionate about the food. I know the food very well, and because I know the food so well, I decided, you know, it's fantastic for the Filipino palate. And you know, it's not something we've ever done, and there's no South African shops or even South African restaurants. So why not take all of our culinary talent in all our restaurants, and we do a fantastic week where everybody can join us.
Exactly. And, you know, like we were saying earlier, I feel like South Africa is such a world away from the Philippines. Because, I mean, even just geographically, it's so far away. And the truth is, we are so unfamiliar with South African cuisine. How would you describe it?
You know, South African cuisine is exactly like its nickname, you know, rainbow cuisine. It all started, you're testing my history, 1652. Jan van Riebeeck worked for the East India Tea Company, and they were looking for a shorter route around the Cape. So they settled at the Cape. So you have the Indian influences, all the spices that came, you have all the Malay workers, you have the Indian rice plantation workers, plus of course all the local influences from all the tribes, and all this mixed together to create flavors that is truly fantastic.
Right. Well, we certainly can't wait to try them here on Philippine shores. So what exactly is happening next week? Okay,
so next week we have a fantastic week lined up. I actually just got off the phone with our 3 chefs. We are flying 3 chefs in from South Africa. We're flying a cultural representative in to educate people, to speak a little bit about the cuisine. We're also flying in a winemaker from South Africa. So we're going to start on Monday, 22nd of April, through to the 27th of April. We will feature, of course, a full spread in Circles Events Cafe, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, for tea enthusiasts. They can join us in the lobby lounge. The lobby lounge will feature traditional South African tea, also with rooibos tea, which is traditionally South African, and some acacia honey. Again, all flown in. On Thursday, for our wine lovers, we will do a 6-course set menu in Red, our fine dining restaurant, with over 10 wines to pair with the food.
Very nice.
Vergelegen, Boekenhots, Knoof, of course Hildenbrand, which is our winemaker, flying in. So it's going to be an unforgettable evening. On Friday night is the Freedom Day celebration in Drizzle Ballroom, basically the big event. And then on Saturday we'll do a braai.
What's a braai?
Okay, a braai is very close to my heart. Basically the English term is, it's a barbecue. But you know, in South Africa we're also very family orientated. So, you know, as the family get together over the weekends, we will do a barbecue, a braai, nice meats, boerewors, okay, some items, some nice South African beer, which we will also feature on this. So yeah, it's going to be a very exciting week.
Right, you guys are going to be very busy, but is the public invited to all these events, or just some of them?
Of course. You know, we will be very happy if all ANC, and it's very easy to remember, if all ANC Shop Talks guests will join us for our promotion during the week. It's going to be unforgettable.
Okay, now I have to ask you about what we have exactly here on the table. So it looks like sort of like a nice barbecue satay kind of thing happening here. So what is this?
So we've got some, we call it susatis, right, which is the same as a satay. It's a curried kebab, if you want, grilled on the barbecue. Boerewors is the sausage over there, again cooked on the braai. It's a spice-flavored sausage.
Okay, and what's the meat used in there?
Well, of South Africa, we don't eat that much pork, but normally karoo lamb, beef, a lot of venison, springbok, kudu. So that's the meat we predominantly use in South African cooking.
Right, okay, so I'm going to try some of this actually.
Please, feel free.
Okay, so this is, I mean, you would say this is pretty authentic.
Pretty authentic.
Right? This is like the real deal.
I was a chef for 14 years. So together with the chefs in the kitchen this afternoon, we played around a little bit. So
very tasty.
You know, and this is only a taste. As I said as well, we'll be featuring Saldanha mussels, karoo lamb, bobotie, vetkoek, Cook Sisters, melk tart, the list goes on.
It sounds really
I'm
exotic.
so excited.
I have no idea what you're saying, but it sounds really exotic.
Correct. It's going to be a nice week, you know, well worth the trip.
And I'm sure you'll also be doing the pairings, right? Of the wine with the right dishes and whatnot.
Correct. We have an international wine sommelier, David Blaine. Sorry, Daniel. With Daniel. And of course, we're also flying in Renee. She is the wine owner of Hildebrand Wines. So she's coming in together with Daniel. And of course, the wine pairing is all what we're about. The flavors with the food, with the fantastic wines.
Right, definitely something to look forward to for everyone. And do you recommend that our viewers make reservations for all the events?
Reservations are very important. We're doing a cooking show as well, a cooking demo on Wednesday. So there'll be limited seats for the cooking demo. So people can get a little bit of interaction with our guest chefs. They will show their signature dishes. So we'll do a signature starter, a signature main course. I believe actually the main course is ostrich, which is very interesting. And then a signature dessert as well from one of the chefs of Empress Palace.
And what are South African desserts like?
Very well suited to the local taste. It's very sweet, full of flavors. We have a milk tart, which is almost like similar to cheesecake, but not really. Our Cook Sisters is similar to donuts, but instead of deep frying it, it actually gets cooked in sugar syrup.
Cooked in sugar syrup.
Yes.
Okay, sounds really decadent.
So really, really interesting.
Okay, and during the cooking demo, is it really just a demo where people watch, or can they actually get their hands dirty?
People will actually, because we expect a lot of guests. We expect a lot of guests, so it's not going to be, the chefs will be on the stage, people will be sitting down watching, there will be some interaction, but it's very difficult to get 80 people cooking at the same time, but there will be interaction, it'll be good times.
Right.
People can also book online. We have an online booking system. We have Twitter account, and of course, Facebook.
Wonderful. Of course, Shangri-La Makati, always easy to reach.
Very
easy. So don't forget, guys, that's happening all of next week, Monday through Saturday. Anything and everything to do with South African food and culture. Golden, thank you so much for coming on Shop Talk.
Ria.
All right, our friends from the Talent School of Academics and Arts will join us after this break. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.